Friends, we have a huge penny list for Dollar General and have all your in-store visuals. But very important in this video, the penny list is wrong. Yes, you heard me correctly. Make sure you hang in there to hear more about that. We have awesome penny list visuals, and there is new seasonal clearance list, and we have every single item and the visuals for you. Alrighty gang, so everything in this video will not begin until tomorrow, which is Tuesday, February the 3rd. Let's jump right into it with the clearance updates. This is a long video, grab a snack, but there's tons of information in here for you. First up, we have the fall hardware going to 25% off. And yes, we have the itemized list, gang, and we have every single visual of every item on that list, and you are seeing them scroll across your screen right now, so you do not have to wait to find out what's included this year because we have you covered. Huge shout out to the KC Dream Team for helping get your visuals together. I've literally spent the entire weekend, about probably 20 hours a day since Friday, working on your visuals for this video. Like I said, this is a long video, but gang, there is tons of information in this video. So I'm so happy you could join us here and get all this information so that you know exactly what is going on at Dollar General. So all these items currently 25% off starting tomorrow. They will continue in their clearance cycle until they do eventually drop to 1 penny. So this is your future penny list. And we did just go through all the extension cords and all that fun stuff. What you're seeing right now is all those novelty gift items. They do have a brown dot on them. However, they do not follow brown dot markdowns. So if you see those, just keep in mind that those are actually fall stationery, though they do have a brown dot. So some people get that confused. It's confusing the way they do it, but they do it every single year this way. Next up, winter hardware. These two categories typically do follow each other in percentage. So this is also going to 25% off. Huge shout out to one of the members of the Kristie's Connections Facebook group for the ice melt visual. We had a really hard time finding that one. So your stores may or may not have them. In the areas that myself and the KC Dream Team reside, we got absolutely hammered with snow. So all the ice melt in all the stores pretty much is gone near me here in North Carolina. Friends, we got here in North Carolina where I live about 15 to 16 inches of snow. That is unheard of for North Carolina, period. So very, very snow covered right now. But what you're seeing right now, again, we do have an itemized list for the winter hardware. And what you're seeing is every single visual of every item that is included in the winter hardware this year. The next category is a super fun category. Have you guys seen this one? This is going to be the Brown Clover licensed line. Lots of super fun kid themed items. We have Stitch in here, we have Bluey, we have Spider-Man, all kinds of fun character themed kids items. So if you have kiddos or grandkiddos that like these characters, and we also have Minnie, they really hit all my grandchildren with this line. So I am super, super excited that this one is dropping. I will definitely be grabbing some. So have you guys seen this in your store? What do you think about it? Are your kids bugging you for it? I know my grandbabies are. So this should be a fun one, but this one too will go to 25% off starting tomorrow on February 3rd. This one we didn't actually get an itemized list of, but these are the visuals we have thus far of this line. We may be missing some, and as we find them, I will add them. All these visuals that I'm showing you in this video will eventually end up over on my website, kristiesconnections.com. If you are new here, head on over there, check the website out. That's where tons of information does end up. When you get on that home page, which is where you will go, if you click the link in the comment section down below for my website, it will land you on the home page. You want to click the 2 dashes in the upper right hand corner. That will give you a drop down menu where all kinds of good stuff is in there, and Dollar General Seasonal Visuals is the tab that you want to click on. And then there are so many categories in there right now with all the Christmas stuff and where all these will eventually end up. So if you are new here, welcome, but be sure and go check out the website. It is an excellent resource for you for penny shopping. Friends, we have a really awesome day coming tomorrow. I hope you guys can get out to the stores. It's really, I believe, going to be yet another really fun day. Lately, Dollar General seems like they're trying to clear out a lot of stuff. We've had lots of NCI stuff. Penny, if you haven't seen it, again, go check the webpage over on kristiesconnections.com. You're looking for the surprise penny list for January 20th and January 27th. Tons of NCI items have pennied, and as they come in, I am adding them to those two pages. So definitely check that out if you're new. If you didn't know about it, you definitely want to keep up with those pages. People are definitely still finding quite a bit of items. So don't give up on it, particularly with the weather the way it's been in some areas. A lot of the stores have been closed, or just people aren't making it there as frequently as they normally do. Maybe not traveling to quite as many stores. So you might have a better chance of finding them than what you normally would, like during the summer months, the warmer months where the weather is more cooperative. So just thought I'd throw that little tip out there for you in the event you thought maybe it was too late to grab those things. But I would guess in some areas at some stores, you probably still have a shot, not to mention it was a ton of items. All right, gang, now let's move on to Gray Dot Apparel. Gray Dot is going to 25% off. So all these categories are new. They always start out at 25 or 50, and then they continue to drop, and these will next go to 50, then 70, then 90, and then 1 penny. Don't forget about your high school apparel. A lot of people forget that that is included in the Gray Dot, as well as the college apparel. So make sure you're looking for that. Of course, the UPCs will differ based on what state you're in, what size you get. So the UPCs aren't going to be really helpful for you unless if you are these sizes and happen to live in North Carolina and like the Tar Heels. So it is going to vary on your UPCs. We also have some Gray Dot slippers. These are normally Yellow Dot, but we do have Gray Dot this time, so that's kind of exciting. So keep your eyes out for those slippers. And don't forget about your Bobby Brooks. These are the sleep pants. So don't forget the Bobby Brooks are included because they are in fact Gray Dot, and these are the sweatpants. That's what I thought the other ones were. Got a little mixed up there for a second, but we're good now. Now these prices do vary on the women's based on what size you get. There is a small price difference, so just be aware of that. And then we have the men's wear coming up here in just a minute. This one is the Mission Ridge. These are, I believe, thermal underwear. And then, of course, we have all the hats, the gloves, the mittens, all that fun stuff for ladies, for men, for kids. So definitely a good idea to stock up on them. I know every winter the grandbabies seem to lose them. And from year to year, we definitely don't have last year's. I don't know what happens to them, but at least in my house, we can never have too much winter wear for the kids. Next, we have some socks going to 25% off. You guys probably remember these if you have been penny shopping for a while. And this is going to be your red triangle socks. Now, these are going to be your fluffy, thick socks because these are winter socks. So there are, like these here, look a little thinnish to me, but most of them are going to be your fluffier, thick socks. Here are some slipper socks. They look super warm and comfy. I'm actually wearing a pair of slipper socks right now because my feet are freezing. But that's the kind of stuff you're looking for on this. I do have a lot of visuals for these, not putting them in this video Why? Because a sock video is just not very entertaining. So this information can be dry all on its own, and to do a video with a ton of socks, I'm sure you guys would click off. So there are much more visuals, and I will start a webpage on these, get them over on the website. I don't foresee doing a full video. Same reason, a sock video would be super boring. So look over on the website for more visuals, but just know there's normally tons of red triangle socks kind of scattered throughout the store. That is what you're looking for. Moving along, this one's going to make a lot of you happy, and this is going to be the brown dot home. No visuals yet for this. Be on the lookout for a video coming soon, but brown dot home will be dropping to 25% off tomorrow. Now let's move on to the penny list, friends. All right, gang, we're going to run through these seasonal penny items first. First up, you guys know I love it. We have the Dolly Christmas line going to 1 penny. Now, for the remainder of this video, I'm only putting literally a couple visuals for each category. Reason being, you guys have hopefully seen lots of these visuals. They are over on the website. There's tons more for each category. Be sure and go check it out. Next up, we have the Christmas home and seasonal items going to 1 penny. This is obviously going to be your Christmas decor, your trim a tree, trim a gift, all that stuff. There's always exclusions, the boxes, the tissue paper. There's the Christmas trees, lights, all those are excluded. So make sure you're using your Dollar General app and scan if you're not sure what is excluded and what is included. Then we have coming next will be the Christmas or the holiday air care. Exactly what it sounds like, friends. This is going to be the Glade, the Febreze, the Airwick, and the Cozy Place. So whole webpage with tons of visuals, UPCs, and all that fun stuff over on kristiesconnections.com. Check that out, because again, this is just a very condensed to give you a brief idea if you're new and don't really know what's included in each of these categories. Next up, we have the Bath and Beauty gift sets. Don't know why they called this gift sets, because they're definitely not gift sets at all. It's not those purple tags, the gift sets that come in with Christmas. Those are going to carry over for Valentine's Day. Not gift sets at all. You're looking for Dove products. Whole list on the website. And now we have the gift card accessories going to 1 penny tomorrow, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be your gift card holders, bags, envelopes, all that fun stuff. If you're giving away gift cards for Christmas, great to grab and put up for next year. Now we have the holiday apparel and the holiday socks. This one's going to include your Christmas pajamas. It's going to include the sweatpants, sweatshirts, all that fun stuff, as well as the Christmas socks. If you haven't already, please do me a huge favor. It's free and it really helps me out. Hit that thumbs up right below the video and subscribe if you aren't already and you find this information useful. Share it to a friend and drop me a comment in the comment section down below. Next, we have the Christmas baking items. This is both the sweet and the savory. So don't forget the icings and the little sprinkles and all that stuff for making cookies, as well as your stovetop and your cranberry sauce, gravy, and all that fun stuff. But those will all be a penny, again, starting tomorrow. Then the next category we have will be the Christmas party and stationery. This one's simply just your Christmas plates, cups, napkins, and those sorts of things. If it's Christmas themed, give it a scan. It is going to be a penny tomorrow. These are great. I buy them anytime I find them. It's just great to have some paper plates for a penny. I'll take that any day. All right, friends, we're almost through the seasonal. Next one we have is the Christmas candy going to 1 penny. Don't forget a lot of the Christmas candy carried over to Valentine's Day, meaning it is full price right now, and it will remain full price, and it will penny when Valentine's Day candy does in fact penny. But there is quite a bit of candy that is following Christmas and will actually penny tomorrow. So definitely be on the lookout for those. Then we have the holiday picnic. This is going to be your Dixie items. There is 1 Dixie bowl and 2 Dixie plates. And man, if you can find these for a penny, that would be one heck of a score, but they will be a penny tomorrow. All right, now that's all the seasonal. Let's talk about holiday plastics. Please do not get this confused. Every time I do a video about these Christmas items dropping, I remind you guys that the holiday plastics always has, and it's the same this year, does not follow Christmas. They dance to a beat of their own drum. They do their own thing. So those are currently 50% off. They are not included in the Christmas penny thing. That's totally separate. These will remain 50% off tomorrow, I promise you. Okay, let's talk about the fun stuff, and that's going to be the core penny list, and that is going to be aged toys. Big, huge caution. It is not those Yellow Star toys. We do have Yellow Star toys that started their clearance cycle, and they're 50% off. That is not what you are looking for. And these toys are clearance core toys, meaning they are toys that Dollar General used to carry, not anymore obviously, but they've carried in their regular core section. So if you don't find these in the clearance section, you want to look in the core toy section, because that's where they did once live. All right, let's chat about it. At the beginning of the video, I did tell you the penny list is wrong. Let's chat about it. Very wonky, and reason being, the UPCs that are actually part of the penny list do not match the actual UPCs of the product. These here, this Zuru Max build set, that does not match the visual that's in the app. So the app definitely has different visuals for these that are not the same as the in-store visuals. So that is yet another reason, perfect example this week, why in-store pictures are super important. We do not get the video out first very often at all anymore. This one I definitely didn't. Reason being, I wanted all the in-store pictures for you for these items, and I wanted the correct UPC. So if you compare this to what's on the list, you're going to find that the UPCs are in fact different. And I always tell you guys, make sure your UPCs match what we tell you. So if they're all wrong, or majority of them are wrong on the list, which a huge majority are, and you're matching UPCs, you're going to think you didn't find a penny when there's a really good chance you probably did. So these are the ones you're looking for, the items you're looking for with their correct UPCs, product descriptions, and all that fun stuff. So I gathered all these up for you last night and spent the whole night putting this together for you to make sure you have the most clear, accurate information so that hopefully you will do amazing tomorrow. So by the time you wake up, these visuals will all be over on the website, kristiesconnections.com. There will be a web page. Again, click the 2 dashes in the upper right-hand corner. Right there on the drop-down menu, hit Penny List, and then pick February 3rd Penny List. And all these visuals will be there tomorrow for you so that you can reference them while you're in store. Definitely look through there as you're in the store. Make sure you haven't forgotten to check for something. Also, surprise pennies. I do definitely know that we will have some. I will definitely be putting out a video in the morning as soon as I get it done. I don't always get it out at 3 a.m. A lot of you would probably be really mad at me if I did. So I try not to do that because I know many of you have told us that your store managers, they watch us. So we're not trying to mess things up for you, but there definitely is a balance of getting it out not too late, but not too early. I do the best I can with that. So definitely be on the lookout for a video in the morning. There will definitely be one. And the other thing I always do every single Tuesday, if we do have surprise pennies, is I start you a surprise penny webpage over on the website as well. So that once they give them to you in the morning, often more come in, and I'm not just going to keep on putting out little short videos. I find it much easier for me and also for you guys if I just add them to the Surprise Penny webpage. So definitely before you head home tomorrow, check back in on that webpage real quickly just to see if anything has been added. I often will change something on the visual, the colors or the color of the font or the color of the UPC, whatever the background. These here, I already have them ready to go for you. So the stars will be different colors, and the UPC and my watermark that says Kristie's Connections, they're going to be different colors. And generally I'll use a color on tomorrow's video that will differ from what you're seeing now. And then if more get added, people send more in, the girls find more, then I will switch to another color. So it's a little bit easier when you're scrolling to know what's new. And I normally will use that color for a few hours, depending on how quickly they're coming in. And then I'll probably, then I switch up again. So I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but that's the reason I changed the colors up, so that hopefully it's a little bit easier if you're checking in frequently to know what is new. And always scroll down to the bottom for the newest items that I've added. So I hope that is helpful for you. Make sure you're checking in over there tomorrow, and make sure you are subscribed so that you get the notification when I put out the video in the morning. It is free and it helps us out. We can definitely be careful with the in-app pictures though. There is I think it's a Nerf gun that looks completely different than the picture in the app, as well as that other item that I showed you. There's numerous like that look nothing like what it shows you in the app. So very hard to find stuff if you don't know what it looks like, and even harder if you don't have the correct UPC. So for that, I hope you guys found this very useful. And again, all these visuals will be over on the website in the morning. Be on the lookout for a surprise Penny video in the morning, as well as a Surprise Penny webpage. But that is all I have for you in this video. Stay beautiful, stay kind, stay amazing, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye, friends.